I don't know if you remember this image. This image was taken by Yochanan when I was shooting with the colour. I was the primary photographer and he was the secondary photographer, and he saw this great image that I thought it was great. It didn't quite hit it. This sign was annoying. It didn't quite like do it for me. Yeah, but it was a great idea. So the next time I was back at this place, I managed to get this image, which I think is, I really, really like this shot. What do people think of this image?
Yeah, but if that wouldn't be the color, I wouldn't want this picture.
Okay, it's a
good picture.
Yeah, could win. I don't know if it could win a competition, but it was.
There's a better juxtaposition. She's more in focus, so you still see the other.
It's definitely an improvement on this image. Yeah. Definitely an improvement on this image. With all respect to Yochanan, Yochanan gave me the idea completely. But the reason why I was able to make this a better image is because I was the primary photographer. Here, I was directing, and Yochanan just saw this from the side and just snapped it. Whereas here, I was in charge, and I got her to do what I wanted, and I posed my light. Now look at this. When I went to take this picture, this image is a complex image to take. It was shot at f13, okay, 85 millimeters. I was with a fixed lens. So, but what's this image all about? Wait, not on like a philosophical level. What's the technical? Composition. That all images is about composition. What's my what? Background. What's my thing? What's most in my life? What are my two effects? What are my two effects? My two effects. What are my two effects? My two effects.
You mean the ones in focus?
Primarily, as photographers, we're dealing with two effects. What are the two effects?
One was the shutter speed and one was the aperture.
Effects, but what are the effects of them?
One was
motion and depth of field. Now, what am I thinking about in this image? This is all about depth of field. So I come into my first shot here. I come into my first shot. This is a f1.8. Yeah? One word springs to mind. Ich. It's ridiculous. It's nothing. It's stupid. So I know 1.8 is not where we're going with this image. So now I changed to f18. Yeah? I did a gross adjustment of a lot of different stuff. I'm not going to get into all of it. But I got to f18 and it's badly composed. Now this is without flash. Now I get my flash to move in. And I'm thinking, how can I now manipulate my depth of field?
Wider.
I could I've got two options, no?
Either you zoom more.
I can't zoom. I'm a fixed lens, so I can what? I can walk in closer. Okay, so I'm thinking f18. She's a little bit sharp here, to be honest. I want her less sharp. So I've walked in closer. I've now got my flash. I'm dealing with getting my flash set.
You've got the white square there again.
Oh, that's annoying. Sorry. Okay, so here I've basically moved in. My first image is at 1.8. That's obviously a mistake. Now I need to correct both my effect and my exposure. Now I have my flash come in here. Okay, things are a little bit underexposed, plus I want a shallower depth of field, just slightly. Now I could move in, like I did here. Now I moved in closer, leaving my aperture at f18. I still would like her a little bit blurrier. So I now change my aperture to f13, which also, by the way, corrects my exposure. Now I've got everything technically okay. Now it's time to deal with composition and get a nice picture. I zoom in closer. I have her look in a certain way, get my light in a certain position so she's nicely lit with a gentle loop light and with the difference of probably say a stop and a bit, maybe just over a stop. And we've got a great picture, in my opinion. So that means I've gone from this first image, which was at 4:49 seconds and 4:49 minutes and 34 seconds. So the next image, that is at 48 seconds. So the whole process took just over a minute. Okay, adjusting both effect and the shutter, the effect and the exposure, dealing with everything else. But that's the kind of procession that you need to go through to end up with an image. This is much more than what's usually necessary for an image. This was more thinking than what's generally necessary.